Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Graham's come to join us. How you doing, buddy?
I'm not bad now, not bad. I've been a bit rough for a few days, but feeling better today.
Right.
Lots of something to eat.
Yes, that's brilliant. I wanted to talk to you about Barbie, because I know you're a big fan. Barbie, yeah.
Right. I've heard all the nurses at the hospital have been saying, "Oh, we went to see Barbie the other night. It was great. We loved it. It was fun." I thought, Barbie? What? Barbie?
They reckon it's $1 billion movie.
Did Meghan Markle go and watch it?
She did. I'm coming to that. We've just watched the trailer for Barbie, and
I thought the trailer was quite amusing. Yeah.
It does look quite funny. One of the guys here, Moj, she recommended that we go to the cinema and see Oppenheimer. So I'm really sorry to disappoint her. I'm just not that intellectual. I will go and make the effort. I think you'd love that. But when the Barbie, that's more up my street. But we can't really go to the cinema at the moment anyway, can we? Because risk of infection and stuff like that. So apparently Meghan, for her actual birthday, because the Three Loonies, or restaurant where she went before, that was a pre-birthday bash. There are some people who are like that.
I thought that was her birthday bash.
But no, that was and some people think that was filmed back in May, or I really don't know.
I have not seen that horrible caterpillar dress before the review. I mean, what was she thinking? You could lie down on the road, you'd use it as a pedestrian crossing.
Well, I've been looking for pictures of her going to the Barbie movie.
Get the Beatles walking over her in bare feet.
I've been looking for pictures. What did she wear to the Barbie movie? And I can't find any. Perhaps there'll be some come out later. My imagination is going wild with her in hot pink. Maybe a big puff mini thing or something with lots of tulle, like a ballerina.
Yeah, she'll wear something completely off the mark and tasteless. As normal.
So, and Harry stayed at home to look after the kids, apparently. He didn't go to the Barbie movie.
Right, because he's not there, is he?
It's because he's not man enough to go to a Barbie movie. Yeah, that's what I reckon, he's not there. I'm still convinced they're not together. And so, at least they're admitting he didn't go, but there's no pictures.
He didn't go, but there's no pictures. Well, there's bound to be pictures. If she went, there'll be pictures, right? So
it's very odd.
She either didn't go, right? Nobody went anywhere. It's all a lie, right? All those pictures.
And then apparently she went on to some sort of glitzy club where there was a bachelorette party, and she sort of apparently went over and said, "Would you like your picture taken with me?"
Oh dear.
Right, on to the next subject, which I think you will be interested in. Apparently she's best friends with John Travolta now.
Does John know?
I guess not.
Did anybody tell him?
But I'm thinking he might release a statement quite quickly to say there's no truth in that, just like Angelina Jolie and Tom Cruise had to.
John Travolta's made a comeback, you know, when Pulp Fiction came in. Because he was no one before that, wasn't he, really? He was a has-been, and then since then his career's climbed and he's got more and more successful with each year, so the last thing he'd want to do is dash all that now when he's doing so well.
Well, and the reason I thought you'd be interested doesn't he live in a fly-in community?
He does. He's got a house on an airport and he parks his planes outside the house.
Yeah.
He's got garages and he can park his planes in the garage.
Yeah. So you quite like him, don't you? And Tom Cruise.
Well, yeah, I'm into aviation, obviously. Yeah.
Well, you like Travolta anyway because you love Pulp Fiction and he does a lot of hard. Well,
I
didn't
like Grease though. Before that, I didn't think much of him in Grease. That was the first time he. What was the other silly film he did? Saturday Night Fever or something. They were rubbish. I didn't like them at all. But that was just my opinion. But yeah, he's done a lot of good stuff since Pulp Fiction for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Tom Cruise went right up in my estimations when I found out he had a P-51 and he could actually fly it. You know, he wasn't just a pretend actor, you know, pretend pilot. He was a real pilot. So I thought, whoa.
Yeah.
And I've been watching some of his Mission Impossible stuff, and Well, it's really far-fetched. It is actually really entertaining.
It is.
I do like it. I do like watching them.
You
Yeah.
really enjoy Night and Day.
Sorry, my voice has gone a bit funny.
Yes, it goes a little weird. Only
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
day or two it seems to do that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you've got a sore throat. Do you have a sore throat?
No, not really. It's just the chemo.
Yeah. But you're on the mend now. You're certainly a lot better today.
Oh,
Yesterday. Phew.
been in bed for 3 days. I'm not going to bore you with the details.
No. But yeah, getting back to Travolta and Tom Cruise. And Tom Cruise, I'd never realised Simon Pegg was, because I'd never watched the Mission Impossible. So he's mates with Simon Pegg, who I absolutely adore. I love Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and all that.
He is funny, Sean.
He's really funny.
Yeah.
They're also into Scientology, apparently. I don't know. And there's been criticism. It's a kind of a religion. And quite a lot of you guys a few months back said, I wonder if Meghan will get into Scientology to bag a billionaire or get near Tom Cruise. I distinctly remember a lot of you saying that. So I'm expecting Travolta to release a statement within the next hour to say there's no truth in this at all. I am not friends with Meghan Markle. Don't destroy my career. There used to be, I'm sure you all know the guy, Robert Maxwell. His daughter's in prison now, Ghislaine. But Robert Maxwell, at one point, they had a thing called the Maxwell effect. Max Factor, the Max Factor. And he thought it was a really cool thing until someone said to him, it means every time you get involved with something, it turns to shit. So I think we've got the Meghan factor going on now, haven't we? Right, moving on. And this is quite important, actually. I had a look at Sarah Data's Twitter, X, they call it now. Now, I only got my Twitter account, really, last year to send messages to Sarah Data and Christopher Boozy, and I'd never tweeted. But now I have tweeted to Team YouTube about Graham being demonetised, and they are very responsive. They do reply all the time. But I'm really, because Graham does not have Twitter at all, so he tells me what he wants to say to Team YouTube, and I use my Twitter account. And a couple of people have misunderstood because I'm talking in first person as him and saying I have cancer, that some people thought I have cancer and I don't. I'm speaking as Graham. It's just he does not want an ex-Twitter. There's no way you're ever going to go down that road, is there? Anyway, so getting back to Sarah Data, I saw that she had tweeted about Meghan's alleged new Instagram account, @Meghan. And she was saying, look at all these haters are already following this Meghan account, and there was something about the wording and the way she said it made me suddenly think, shit, it's a trap. So if you are going to follow this Meghan account on Instagram, don't use your regular one. Set up a completely new one, because I think she's building a hit list. That's a potential risk. And finally, these kids that Meghan and Harry were pumping the other day about cyberbullying, and all these ideas people come up with, and Christopher Boozy had the genius idea to stop cyberbullying. He'd bully everybody else. What I cannot understand is why social media platforms don't say to anybody signing up, you must provide not only a proof of your ID, where you live, and a facial recognition photo, which will be kept confidential unless you start doing something illegal on the internet, and then we will give that information to the police, so that absolutely everyone on the internet knows that if they break the law or do something really bad, then they will be caught. Otherwise they cannot comment. I can't understand why they don't pass laws, or the social media companies themselves don't do that. Do you think that would cure it?
It's logical, isn't it? You know.
I mean, we sit here and say, oh, hello, we're Graham and Fiona, and I do understand people want anonymity, but like you guys, but you're not breaking the law, you're not bullying anybody, so yes, you're just keeping your privacy. But I can't understand people who are just on a keyboard having a right go at somebody.
They just want to be anonymous trolls, and we all hate anonymous trolls, and they should go to prison when they're caught, but no more than 12 months.
I think they're quite scared people. They're the type
Cowards.
of people, they don't like confrontation in the real
course.
world. So it's a release for them to go home in the evening and and they can be this alter ego. I personally think that's. But if they
It's
had,
a way of releasing frustration, I suppose.
if they had to give their driving license, their passport, their real address,
Well, then they wouldn't do it, would they? They wouldn't go and gob off, would they? Because they know they could get caught. They can be ID'd.
exactly, they'd suddenly find their.
They can hide behind NordVPN and things like that. And how can they? For how long?
Not for
maybe.
long. I think that is going to be the future.
I think that the police and people like that can get past that.
I mean, us, for example, as YouTubers, we have to wait until we receive a little postcard from Google with a code on it to prove that we have the physical address, or we at least go to that physical address. So I think they should do something like that, where people have to physically wait.
I think Elon's idea of charging €8 a month is great because money's got to come from somewhere, hasn't it? Which
Yeah.
is traceable.
Yes. Oh yes, yes. That is a very good, quick idea,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Plus, it legitimises your account, doesn't it? You know?
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so that's all for now, folks. And when you're feeling better and we're through all this, how do you fancy? Well, by then it won't be in the cinema, will it? Would you watch Barbie with me if it came out on Netflix?
Watch it on the telly at home. I'm not going to go to the cinema to watch it.
It's got what's he called? The guy.
Ken.
No.
Crystal Ken.
The guy who plays Ken. I don't know why. It always makes me laugh. Depictions of Crystal Ken. I love the Crystal Ken in the Toy Story. I'm not a girl's toy. Why do you keep saying that? I just love Crystal Kens. They're so funny, aren't they? But yeah, maybe it'll come out on film and we can sit and watch it together.
You can go watch it.
Will Ferrell's in it, and I love him. We watch a lot of films with him in, don't we?
Yeah, I've done.
Thank you very much for listening, and look forward to hearing your theories, opinions. Did Megan go and see Barbie? What did she wear? Will we see pictures later? I really hope so. Don't fail us now, Megan. Thank you very much for listening.